Hey gorgeous, I had to make this video for you. And quite frankly, I am so excited that I didn't even want to take the time to pull out my laptop. So I'm recording this on my phone. I want to invite you to one of the most magical, expansive, potent experiences that I've ever created. I want to invite you to come join me in Italy in September. I know it feels a little soon. Either in Florence or in Rome for an in-person intensive or even a small group experience. Let's face facts. The last 2 years, they've sucked. They've been really, really hard. And I've noticed this thing with women like us. Women who have done a lot of work on themselves, who are spiritually developed, who have been holding a lot. We feel like we've lost ourselves. Chances are you're a woman who has so much going on in her life and on her plate. You might be a mom, or you might not be, right? You might be in a relationship or not, run a business or not. But across the board, women in my world, we're all experiencing the same thing. We're emotionally, spiritually, maybe even physically burnt out. You feel disconnected from yourself, from who you know you want to be in the world, from your body, from pleasure. Life has just gotten really kind of dull. And you need what I'm calling a pleasure batical. You need a spiritual retreat, a pleasure retreat. And that's why I want to invite you to come meet me in Italy. Italy has been a space for me over the last decade that has provided some of the most potent transformations and growths within myself. So about 11 years ago, I found myself in Florence, Italy. I had never been outside of the United States at that point. And I was there to do an internship. That's another story. But when I arrived in Florence, I was really naive and self-conscious. I had a story that I was not attractive in general. I was really unsure of myself and definitely not in my body. And through my 6 months there, I really started to tap into the potent and powerful woman inside of me that I had never allowed myself to express. And over the last 10 years, anytime I've gone back to Italy, it is this medicine for my soul, for my self-expression. And so I'm going, and I want to invite you to come with me. Imagine you and I sitting across the table from each other, enjoying a delicious glass of wine, when the waiter walks over, looking like he's been plucked out of a Gucci ad, and you just stare into those sexy eyes, and we flirt and we laugh, and you begin to feel more alive than you have in years, decades, maybe even your whole life. We spend time together talking about what blocks you from your fullest expression. How can you be unapologetically you in and out of the bedroom? We walk the same streets that priestesses of Venus have walked, that courtesans have walked, that muses for the Renaissance walked. We soak in the energy of the Renaissance, of the Roman Empire, of the epicness that is Italy. We drop in to our bodies and open centrally to the delicious food and smells. We wander through the streets and every moment that passes us by, you feel more and more who you're meant to be in this world. You remember who the fuck you are. And so I want to invite you to join me in Italy next month. There's more details below, but what I have available right now is one private VIP day in Florence, Italy, one private VIP day in Rome, and I'm going to do a small group experience in Florence as well. To me, because Florence is the birthplace of the Renaissance, what better place for you to come into your own Renaissance, your own remembering of who the fuck you are. And Rome, the eternal city, is full of the goddess at every turn. So if you want to tap into the eternal goddess within, or maybe you're a woman who has a lot of religious conditioning. That's what I experienced last year, this massive healing around the religious conditioning that I had in, yes, the city where, is the epicenter of the Catholic Church. But when you look hard enough, you see the goddess and the divine feminine in every corner. If you want more information, click on the link below. Feel free to shoot me a message. Come join me. Come play. Let me help you remember who the fuck you are, who you are always meant to be. Shake off the dullness that life has become and plug back in to your power and your pleasure.